Disgusting Human Habits by Papa Meat. For the people over on YouTube, twitch.tv/Brando or whatever. And let's get into it. Like, subscribe, all that cool stuff. But Disgusting Human Habit. Knowing Papa Meat, I was gonna make a list of what I think is gonna be on here. Knowing Papa Meat is gonna be some crazy shit. No cap. No cap.
Papa Meat Channel, how you doing? How you doing? Coming in and sitting down because today we're talking about how people eat themselves. You know, we've all heard of cannibalism, right? People who eat the flesh of their own kind. Something most people find horrific and utterly fascinating. Well, today we're going to talk about a different kind of cannibalism, one that many of the people watching this video actively participate in. Oh, I bet you didn't know that, did you? Me? Cannibalized?
Oh,
Me, a
like
cannibal?
biting your nails?
I could never. Liar! I'm talking about self-cannibalism, which refers to the act of eating one's self. Well, Hunter, I'm
You
not
have
cutting
been warned.
myself up
Thanks.
and Jeffrey Dahmering myself. No, that's not what we're talking about. Because whether it's nail biting, hair eating, or gobbling boogers, that's technically a form of cannibalism. Ooh, gotcha.
Why is XQC in all of these videos?
I'm all three.
That's right. If you ever want to see the most disgusting fingernails on planet Earth, look at these.
Oh, what the
You're probably
fuck?
thinking, is this a man chained up in a cell? Is this a black and white
There's
photo
no
of
way
a man
that's
who
actually
was a
Nick's.
prisoner in what is it, Azkaban? Is that the wizard one? Sure, I'm keeping it there. Was there Death Eaters flying around? No, those are Nick's hands. Boy's got a few ticks, is what I gotta say. He is wound up tight.
There's
It's hard
no
for me to
way
open a
that's
can of
Nick.
soda.
Yeah, no wonder. I'm like, you want a can of soda?
Nick. There's no way it looks that bad, bro. There's no way.
Take a bottle of water. So today, we're going to talk about the gross reality of self-cannibalism. But first, let's learn a little more about what self-cannibalism is, right? We have to ask ourselves these questions all the time so we know we're all on the same page. Auto-cannibalism is closely related to... oh my God. God, that hot chicken sandwich earlier. I wish I just got like a burger. It seemed like more of a burger place. It doesn't matter. Don't put this in. Auto-cannibalism is closely related with pica, which is the compulsion to swallow non-food items that provide no nutritional value, like a bed. Show a picture of someone eating a bed.
My name is Jennifer, and I'm addicted to eating mattresses.
Oh, you fat
My name
bastard.
is Jennifer,
You
and
big
I'm addicted
back.
to eating mattresses.
You fat motherfucker. You just greedy. You just big and greedy, bro. What?
Or panties.
Do you think people that eat beds, there's gotta be carbs. Is there carbs in bed?
I guess it depends what the
Is there carbs in bed? Is there carbs in bed? Yes or no?
empty calories.
It's like a beer. People who engage with these habits often suffer from things like depression, anxiety, and OCD. I don't know what to do for OCD. For them, this becomes a way of relieving stress. That's actually so funny because that's literally what you told me with your fingernails. Show a picture once again of Nick's fingernails. Show a picture of his toenails. Your toenails like that?
Yeah.
Are they really?
I clip them though. Like I will get
Why?
clippers and I'll clip them down.
That's probably better than mine, dude. My toenails are rank. I got like a long one. It like grows over the curve of my. Why do I do that? I never once.
I'd never expected to see their feet and hands on my screen, but here we are. Jesus, please.
Never once have I ever thought I'm gonna sit down and
Look at
clip
my
my
hands, bro.
toenails.
Wait,
Never. I pick it up.
let's stop. Look at my hands, bro. Look at my fingernails. They're normal. You get what I'm saying? They're a little long right now, actually. But, like, they're normal size. Nah, bro, come on.
A big one, so it's all like jagged and shit because I just like peel it off.
I remember, I think it was my 6th grade birthday party. I had people over and I just took my sock off and started chewing on my toenail.
I'd ask you to go home. Dude.
It was my birthday party.
Still.
I'm getting. Okay, did your friend leave?
No, he was just like, ew, what are you doing? And then another friend's just like, leave him alone. It's his birthday party.
It's just his birthday. We just have to sit here while he eats his foot. You're just like.
Then I realized I was like, oh wait, this is kind of weird. Maybe I shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
In front of people.
Yeah, that's a clue. Like you're holding your foot too, you like scratch your head with it. People are looking at me weird. Other causes for these impulsions can be impatience, boredom, and irritation. And over time, this can become a serious issue if gone
This is y'all's goat, bro. This is y'all go. Why do so many people watch him? I've never seen anything that's like made me be like, you know, XQC's a cool dude. Look at him.
Checked. Things like stomach ulcers, nausea, and internal bleeding, making this bad habit severely damaging to oneself. Also, I heard that if you eat a bunch of, like I eat my fingernails sometimes, click on those, I heard that they could make tiny cuts in your throat and shit. You know that?
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you were going to say you can get worms that way. Worm eggs will hide under your fingernails. So when you eat them, you get worms.
Have you gotten worms before, Nick?
Well, at one point I thought if I ever had worms, I never got them treated. So
You like the worms? I've got worms, and I was just like, good neighbors is what they were. The causes are believed to be linked to mental illness, particularly psychosis. These harmful self-grooming habits are known as body-focused repetitive behaviors, or BFRBs, and can be genetic starting at a young age. BFRBs have not been intensely studied and are often misunderstood and underdiagnosed. You think people eat their tongue?
oh yeah.
I've seen some. Don't you do that too? Don't you eat like a hole in your tongue? Or your cheek? That's what it was. I had a buddy who would eat the...
Nick, have you tried therapy, Nick? Please. Nick, please. Therapy. We need a therapy session. You need to see someone about what's going on with you right now. Please.
Skin on the side of his tongue, whatever. He'd like do that. Like chew on it. He'd like chew on it. He'd like spit it. It's just disgusting. BFRB. But with that said, I like to go through the many unique types of auto-cannibalism to show you just how strange they can get, with each one getting progressively more bizarre. Today's video is sponsored by PDS. Let's start off with
They're not paying me.
by far the most common form of auto-cannibalism, which is biting your fingernails. How do you say that word? Onychophagia. Oh, these are nothing compared to your nails, dude. It's crazy. How do you feel? You could be a poster boy for onychophagia. We need to make you like a Red Ribbon Army shirt that says BFRB, the thing. While it's a common form of stress relief in adults, it can lead to a variety of health issues like stomach infections, dental misalignment, fungal infections, and even jaw pain from excessive biting. A man from Liverpool named Hanneman nearly died from this bad habit. After intense nail biting, he began to break out into a cold sweat and started to shake aggressively. I don't feel too good. He rushed to the hospital after seeing his fingernail had swollen up dramatically, and he had contracted sepsis and had to undergo 4 days under a hospital IV drip before recovering.
For that, I feel like he dipped his finger in poo or something.
He was definitely, yeah. He fucking dipped his finger in poo, because he's probably digging down in there, getting poo in your finger like that. Didn't wipe good, very good. It's itchy in me bum hole. Whatever, and the next one he's like, huh? And it's like huge. What? That kind of thing. Why does poo? Comes from me. Why is it so infectious?
Poo?
Yeah.
It's bacteria. It's your waste.
Yeah, with this. It came from me. What, I can't eat it? Just like shit all over my face. And on top of the potential health risks, many just find that they are ashamed of the way that their damaged hands look. Ashamed of the way their damaged hands look. Ashamed of the way their damaged hands look.
Stop putting this man's
I
fucking
think there's only
fingers
been
up
one
there.
time where I was afraid for just have a date look at my hands because
Oh, just one?
she was
Why?
so beautiful. I didn't want.
You're like, I've only been on a date with one person I ever truly found beautiful. Keep that in mind, ladies. If he's not hiding his hands, you're a dog. But where this really starts to escalate is when the next stage, toenail biting, happens. God, you've done all of these.
I'm not like an overly disgusting, squeamish person. But this video got me, bro. This is gonna be a long video. No cap.
Nick. Not only does this come with similar risks, but it can cause serious
Why is XQC the fucking poster child for this? It's XQC and Nick.
personal conflicts due to the gross nature of the act.
My birthday party.
Literally. God, dude. You eat your boogers?
No,
Okay.
I have when I was younger.
Yeah, just no. No. It's fine. We end on no. No. But I have done it before.
When you're little, I feel like that's like a thing.
How little, dude? When you were driving your car?
Yeah. 21.
According to one man, he has to secretly store mouthwash in multiple areas of this house so that he could clean his mouth quickly after kissing his girlfriend due to her excessive toenail biting. Also, dude, bro's down bad. She better have some, hey, she better have a whop on her if that's the case, dude. You're like, Mike, why don't they just leave her? Leave her. Everyone's from Liverpool now. Why don't you just leave her? And he's just like, I can't. Got like cuts of shit from her toenail, whatever, on his lip. I can't. It's too good. It's like the genie granting me a wish every time. It could be that good for me, dude. I'm like, I'm getting the fuck out of here, man.
Getting
Biting
the
your toenail
fuck
if I
out of
came in
here.
and it was all curled up like a pretzel, like, I'd be like, and I'd leave. I say, snap, crackle, pop. I'm fucking out of there, dude. Others admit that they are in their 40s and still secretly bite their toenails when their wives are not looking. That's impressive. Do a quick, like, cat stretch real quick. And put it back down. Some even lament that despite the insane amount of pain they're under, they still can't help but rip off their entire nail plates of their toes.
See, I've had this compulsion where I was like, I just want to rip my fingernails and toenails off.
Why?
Why?
They're
Yeah.
so low. I was like, I just need to get rid of them, but I don't want the pain. It hurts.
We're starting to move on to much more concerning stages, which are much less commonly practiced. So let's move into dermatophagia. This is like I said, like once again, as we start
Jesus.
rolling down, try to stay with me. It's gonna get worse. Gonna get kind of gross. Show a picture here. Dermatophagia.
We're gonna have a secret for all
Let
those
me
who
let me
stay.
move myself over here. You know, I thought about it for a second. I was like, you know, I'm blocking you guys from seeing the. Why am I now doing an accent? But I'm blocking you guys from, you know, seeing what's actually going on. Not fuck you guys. Not fuck you guys, but like, if I gotta see it, y'all gotta see it too, bro. I'm not gonna be the only one over here fucking detrimental. You get what I'm saying? Down bad for the cause. Hell no. Let's get into it.
Yeah, but at the end of the video, we have a pretty awesome secret. So stick around. Seriously, don't leave. And if you skip in, I'll know and I'll kill you. I'll go to your house, I'll fucking kill you. I'll beat you with a hammer. You want that to happen? Then skip to this timestamp right now. This is a compulsion to bite and consume the skin of your own body. It's commonly performed on the hands, like chewing calluses and sucking on knuckles. Never have I once seen that in my life, and that would be fucking disgusting. See a guy who goes, why does that guy feel kind of good though, huh? I'm kind of sitting there, I'm like, It could also include other areas of the body, like biting the lips and cheeks to the point of causing painful sores. People that engage in this habit often have visible scarring on their body and have irritated skin. Similar to the precious types, dermatophagia can often result in infections, and the damage done to the skin can cause people to socially isolate themselves due to the shame and embarrassment of their condition. I just want to say this now.
Oh my God.
Anyone who does any of this shit, biting for all that, hide and don't come out. Go into a cave, pull a big rock over the opening, and stay there until you die, and let your soul rot in hell for all eternity.
Message received.
Message fucking received. One woman who was living with this disorder for over 20 years has dealt with a constant struggle to get rid of the bad habit, and even the risk of infection didn't motivate her to stop, with her longest break from the habit only lasting 5 weeks. People in relationships with those affected by this condition reveal that the constant sounds of chewing skin drives them insane. For the rest of all
That's crazy. I used to bite my nails. I'm not gonna lie. I used to bite my nails. It was probably like until I think I turned like 18, 19 when I finally was just like, nah, actually, no, my girlfriend at the time was like, it's not good. Stop doing that. She just kept saying that. She was like, it's not good. Stop doing that. So I was like, and then I just stopped. But yeah, no. Now I clip them up. You get what I'm saying?
rest I read this.
But yeah, I used to bite my nails. Did I used to? No, I like bitten a hole in my cheek. Like, well, not a hole, but like gotten like a scar. Not a scar. I don't think it was like that bad, but like where my cheek got like irritated because I was biting it so much. But it was like high pressure situations. Like that's about it. Other than that, I don't really do it that often.
Put that as background audio. One man begs for advice online, explaining that her hands, which are calloused, bleeding, and covered in loose skin, are so damaged that he no longer wants to hold her hand. It's
Real.
devastating. Listen to that sound. He's like, I'm not touching him. I'm not touching that. Hold it. You know, she's like sitting there. It's like all looks like a chewed up hot dogs. You want to go for a walk? I'm like, I just can't do it, dude. Adversity. You know what's one thing I can't do? Adversity. Any roadblock, I'm out of there. It's got to be perfect.
Could you imagine getting a hand job from those hands?
That'd be awesome. I bet you a hand job from some zombie hands would be insane. Be like a lizard's back or something.
That doesn't sound.
You don't like that?
No.
That doesn't sound very pleasing, honestly. And another woman online discusses her husband who, after recently getting married, witnesses him secretly peeling large pieces of his foot skin and eating it. The second that he comes home from work, pops his sock off, and goes to town. Once again, to the point where she feels too repulsed to kiss him, peeling off your can heal skin like a anaconda shedding its skin is insane. But you know, as we progress through the types of auto-cannibalism, things only start to get more bleak, like trichophagia. This refers to the act of ingesting one's own hair. Often to relieve stress, it can extend past just the hair on your head, but with some people pulling out beard hairs, eyebrows, eyelashes, and even hair from their genital area. You imagine munching down some taint hair. This condition is seen mostly in younger children and can cause some pretty alarming health problems outside of usual bald spots that occur from pulling out your hair. Those that consume their hair for several years can slowly develop a trichobezoar to form inside their stomach.
What's that?
Just what this picture?
Ew. It's just a fucking clump of shit. Oh my god. It looks like something you find in people's drains. I actually just felt compulsed to gag. That was disgusting. Oh my god.
Pretty sure it's just a ball of hair, like a cat. Ugh. Because hair is hard for the body to break down and digest, it gets stuck inside of your body. Essentially, a human hairball forms that can sometimes travel down your gastrointestinal tract and into the bowels as it reaches the limits of your stomach wall. This is known as Rapunzel syndrome and can result in its own terrifying list of complications. Trichophagia, if left
that one's
untreated,
bloody.
can be life-threatening. The only recourse is invasive surgery, where somebody's got to come in and probably like pull the fucking hair out. Show some pictures of that.
Probably can't show that.
I'll show it. If it's blurred, I'm sorry. Even as a child as old as 9 was rushed to the hospital due to Rapunzel syndrome. Sophie Goss had been constantly pulling out and eating her hair, to the point where her mother started putting olive oil on it at night and giving Sophie gloves to prevent her from yanking on it. So she's probably like, whoop.
She was seasoning it.
Well, I was like, this is gonna taste delicious, probably. But she's probably like, it's probably like oiling it up. She's like, I can't, why can I not? At one point, she approached her mother and told her she felt like she was going to die after throwing up a hairball and passing out. She was rushed to the hospital where a hairball the size of her belly had to be removed surgically after it created a hole in her stomach. That's insane, man. Like, I mean, think about that's like a hairball like that big, like a hair volleyball. Now let's talk about one of the strangest types of auto-cannibalism, auto-vampirism. Simply put, these people are drinking their own blood. All right, we've seen some people.
Why? At least like the nail thing, I can the nail and the hair thing I can chalk up to stress. But this is like you're going above and beyond. Like you get nothing from this. You were just doing shit.
People kind of mess with it. Brian Johnson, the man who's living forever. We deal in blood, but these people are drinking their own blood. They're stabbing themselves and like, they're like a giant Capri Sun canister, right? Often self-harming for the sole purpose of doing so. Some believe it is participated by some strictly for sexual pleasure, while others form an unyielding compulsion. Some also believe that consuming such a large amount of iron can actually be toxic to the human body. It's hard to know much about this specific condition, seeing as it's incredibly rare, but one woman, a 38-year-old makeup artist named Georgina.
Exactly the person I think that would be doing this. Exactly the person. No cap.
Condon documented her experience with this practice. She began picking scabs off her body and desiring a taste for blood at the age of 12. A feeling she compares to hankering for red steak. Can you imagine pulling off a scab and actually just like looking at the little motherfucker and being like, like a Listerine strip? Supposedly, she is terrified of needles and blades, which stopped being an issue once she met a man named Zamal at the vampire-themed Bloodlust Ball in Brisbane. He became her blood donor, cutting him and feeding from him every week to stay satisfied. She explains that she would never...
Oh my god.
Consume blood from another donor, as this would technically be cheating. Some people who want to consume parts of their own body choose to make it a whole event rather than just drinking their own blood. They decide to use it to cook an elaborate meal, like the woman who cooked a human blood sausage. Oh, this looks disgusting. Doesn't it look Nasty. Das was gut. Gwen Vandersvan, despite being dissuaded from doing so from her peers, decided to cook a blood sausage using her own blood. She didn't see what the big deal was, seeing as people eat pigs and cows without feeling anything at all. She slowly crafted the blood sausages, deciding to serve them to herself along with a friend. According to her, it was very enjoyable experience. I bet she's real fun. What, so we do it to cows all the time? I can't do it to myself? I hate when people do that shit. Oh, okay. So I guess should we just eat the dogs too? If my fat ass was given blood sausage and I was like, you want that? I'd be like, no. There's no way my blood can be good. I'd be like, no thanks. We now have to talk about the weirdest side of auto-cannibalism. Some people don't just eat their hair or small parts of their skin. They eat their entire limbs off their body. Let's talk about people eating their fingers. David Playpens, who was caught in a nasty motorcycle accident, had one of his fingers
I need these.
turned completely black. He was told he would have to have it amputated, but David had no interest in getting rid of it. He had also been curious about what human flesh tastes like and ultimately decided to take the finger home so they could cook it and eat it.
I'm scared, dude. I am scared. It's so nasty.
He kept the bones as a souvenir. I've actually wondered what human tastes like, so I'd rather do that. I would say, excuse me? Would you eat if your leg was gonna be cut off? Would you cook and eat part of your leg?
No.
No.
You have to think
So
about
there's
that.
a lot of uncertainty.
Yeah, you do.
So is someone gonna cook it up and serve it to me?
Yeah, like nice. However nice it could be. I bet my fat ass thighs would taste sweet.
I'd be disgusted with it. I don't know. I'd be like, I just feel bad. My leg.
Sad eating your leg. Well, another man from New Zealand who suffered from severe depression decided on a whim that he would cut off one of his fingers for the purpose of cooking it alongside some veggies and eating it. No drugs and alcohol were involved. He was simply assessed by psychiatrists to have a vulnerable personality structure, whatever the f that means.
Did someone tell him to do it?
Yeah, he's like, okay, fine.
Or the thought just popped up? Might as well.
Well, I think I will, actually. It was revealed that after being attacked by two men, he fantasized for the first time about not only killing them, but eating them as well. He claimed doing this would, quote, rob them of everything, which he felt they deserved. I do love that he's just like, I want to kill him. I also want to eat him. Only then will they have paid their debt. During a depressive episode, he started battling on insomnia and started having endless thoughts about cutting off his fingers, eventually trying to shoelace around one and slicing it off with a jigsaw. He originally planned to cut off and consume 2 more fingers the next day, but was given more serious medical care before he could do so. He admits that he regretted the decision in the end. It's just like a crazed manic episode, basically. Wonder where the fingers, though.
Probably like the easiest thing to cut off and not like bleed out.
You think so? I feel like it's just something of like it's the you have the thought, and what's the first thing you see? He's just like
Your hand.
that's the first thing he saw. I feel like I'd want if I was gonna eat part of myself.
But your fingers are so vital.
Doesn't that just look juicy? Just scoop that out with a melon baller.
I'd go for a little ham hock
You like a little ham hock?
or a little muffin top.
Ooh, my muffin top would taste delicious. My muffin top would be
My
a
stomach
sweet
just
baby. Nice little
accidentally.
sweet
My
potato with
stomach
it.
just like tensed up. In like disgust. Oh my god.
I'd be like, God damn, I'm gonna get a little sweet tooth after this. I want ice cream. To keep the train rolling, how about we talk about the death row inmate who ate his own eyeballs? Eyeballs, ladies and gentlemen. Not just one. Pop both his muffins in. If there's a little melon bar. In 2004, a man named Andre Thomas was imprisoned after murdering both his wife, his
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Black fuck. Damn it, man.
4-year-old son and a 13-year-old daughter. It was reported that he cut out and held onto the hearts of both of his children and was doing so because God himself directed him to save them from the demons that lived inside of them, aka great mentally well guy. Not only did the doctors diagnose him as a paranoid schizophrenic, but he was also under the influence of a mixture of weed, alcohol, and cough syrup. I feel like the cough syrup was probably more to play there. Yeah, he was smoking reefer. Yeah, he drank a little alcohol. And he drank a bunch of cough syrup. Sure, we could blame the cough syrup all day. He was given the death penalty and put on death row, but a later case was made that he did not deserve to be executed, as he was mentally ill man, not sound of mind. Which I say, f off, dude. All right, they're fine, then kill the monster. You know what I mean? Put him down. Bye-bye. While the man was behind bars, he had become convinced that the government was listening to the thoughts in his head. This motivated him to gouge out both of his eyes. He made the decision to consume his left eye after the fact because, quote, he was certain they would figure out some way to put it back in. Which, wouldn't you hate that? You know, the eyeball thing is crazy, but after reviewing this document, this was supposed to be the first one that we're going to talk about. And but in my opinion, it is by far the most grotesque. So if you've made it this far, I appreciate you, but buckle up because we're going, I'm saying I want editor load this shit up with the most disgusting B-roll. This is by far the most disgusting section of the video. I'm of course referring to as mucophagy, which mucophagy refers to the act of feeding on your own mucus. Gross and unsightly. Some doctors swear by the health benefits of ingesting your own mucus. According to Dr. Joseph Mercola, consuming your dried mucus acts as a sort of potential vaccine, strengthen your body's immune system by creating antibodies and help it fight future diseases. Researchers at MIT claim that eating boogers can help protect your teeth from cavities, as ingesting it releases salivary mucins that form a barrier on your teeth that blocks bacteria. Others believe that there's not really enough research surrounding booger eating to guarantee the benefits that some people say. And not only that, but it encourages the spreading of germs of household objects, which can lead to more people getting sick.
That's why you eat, you know, with a spoon.
You eat it with a spoon. So outside of proposed health benefits or compulsion, some just enjoy the taste. And here's a nice quote straight from the booger connoisseur's mouth. He says, and I quote, "I've loved picking my nose and eating my boogers for as long as I can remember. Not only is the feeling of picking my nose very satisfying, the more substantial the booger, the more excited I get. The taste is unlike anything I've tried before. Amazing salty flavor. If it's a dried booger, it's usually even more delectable. But runny boogers are fun to be slurped up like spaghetti." A woman that had been married for 5 years has strongly considered getting a divorce after discovering her husband had been hiding a terrible booger eating habit. After walking in on it, she asked what he was doing, to which he smiled and exclaimed, "Anything by booger?"
Wait, what?
Had been hiding a terrible booger eating habit. After walking in on it, she asked what he was doing, to which he smiled and exclaimed, "Anything by booger?" Why does this feel the most disgusting out of everything? This might sound dumb, but it's because it like feels so juvenile. Like, does it feel like when people do it, they're almost like a baby or something? Like it's kind of like almost like diaper play or some shit with it. Eating my booger. I don't know. Also the texture and the color. She repeatedly voices her disgust over how giddy he was to admit what he was doing, almost as if he was proud of it. His habit caused her to struggle kissing him, grossed out over the thought of his boogery mouth, which I'd be say, dude, you're like, and you're just like picturing like his gums, like boogers in his gums or on his tongue or something. Oh god, because you're like, whatever, that kind of shit. It's not clear if they ever got divorced, but she admitted that she no longer respects him the way she used to, which is just awesome.
What if you found out if Allison was a secret booger eater?
I wouldn't care, dude. That's my.
What if she was eating the horse's boogers?
If I went down and I saw my wife putting her face on like a horse's nostril and she was eating that, I'd probably run. That's insane. That's insane. To be fair though, if it was like a big like a big one, she was like, I mean, I just don't know, dude. I just don't know.
Do you think? Okay, well, I think that I know this answer, but is it worse to eat other people's boogers?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Without a fucking doubt in my mind, yes. Oh my god. But as a final treat, we're going to throw in a story about a cult leader who made his followers eat his waste. So let's talk about the Thai feces eating cult. Tawi Nanra is a Thai cult leader who gained infamy in 2022 after police raided his remote jungle compound in Chayaphum. The 75-year-old man was arrested after the bodies of 11 members were found alongside him. For years, Nanra ran a cult in which he referred to as the father of all religions. He taught his followers that all ailments and illnesses could be cured by eating his skin and various body secretions. His followers would consume his dandruff, mucus, skin, piss, and shit, and the various bodies found belonged to followers that foolishly believed in his treatments, and none of his followers were doing anything by force, with one officer witnessing a member willingly drink urine during the arrest. His followers chased after the police car as the 75-year-old man was taken away. They swore by their teachings, refuting criticism made by the public about their disgusting practices, and one member in regard to eating Nanra's waste states, quote, "There isn't even an odor. Only those with tainted mind may smell it." Which I gotta say goes so hard. You smell shit? Probably because you have a dark soul. That goes kind of hard, dude. He was denied bail and remained in custody as the police began an investigation into the cult's strange activity.
Could you imagine, like, him just sitting there? Do you think he had nose pickers?
Oh, dude, no, I think that he's sitting there and he's doing his teachings. He's like, only through me is everything here. He, like, does this, and a girl, like, crawls up. Oh. Probably do it with like and shit too. You have to suck my cock and eat my that kind of stuff too.
But only if you want to.
But only if I'm holy. I'm very holy. Listen, auto-cannibalism is a terrifying thing, but there's a treatment for these kinds of conditions like medication and cognitive behavior therapy that can help remove the obsessive compulsions that cause these problems. And if you're someone who is just casually bites their nails or perhaps bites a callus or two, keep an eye on yourself. You may think it's stress relieving, but it's not entirely harmless. Thank you so much, and hey, I hope your bellies are full while you're eating your fingernails and skin off the heel of your foot and shit and boogers and all that during this. The booger section of this video, if you made it all the way through, I appreciate you. I don't know why, but shit feels so less invasive than the boogers. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I have a clean mind. I have a clean mind, that's why. Thank you all so much.
W video from Papa to me. If you stomach this video and you're still here at the end, thank you guys for watching this video with me. For the people over on YouTube, twitch.tv/Brando or whatever, if you want to see more reactions, if you want to see them in real time. I'll see you guys later.
Keep it low, keep it low. I heard you wanna take a shot, yeah, let's get it in. Took a sip of Henny, so I had to bring out F and N. You told me they really wasn't fucking with a Rassy, so I just had to bring out the fault, nigga, Potsy.